Hello YouTube, Joseph Crickmore here, and welcome to my episode 8 reaction to Level 2 Cheat. Is it 8? I think it's 8. And I can finally say with certainty we have reached Volume 2 territory. I am at a loss. I did not expect they would drag out Volume 1 into so much detail like they did, because that doesn't leave enough room for Volume 2. If it's truly a 12-episode season, and they're not planning on another season already, then this doesn't feel right. You didn't give enough time for Volume 2 unless Volume 2 is just going to be cut up a lot. Which is weird because not only did Volume 1's material get 7 episodes to its name, but they altered how 2 scenes went. I did not like how those 2 scenes were altered, but they then added a scene that should have been in the material in the first place, which was Fleo giving Riz a wedding ring. So it balances out, kind of. Anywho, we're finally in Volume 2 territory. We've reached that part of the story where Fleo is just casually doing stuff. The war with the Dark One's about to pick up again because the purification only lasts 3 months. So it bought them a 3-month period. The demons couldn't reach the capital of the country. So we're finally at that point. I'm curious about where we're going from here. What I mean by that is I'm curious about what they're going to adapt. My initial prediction for this season, people, was getting to Volume 4 in 12 episodes. And I was being generous because I thought this was going to be an adaptation where they were going to speed through content and they weren't going to care about pacing. I'm glad it's not the case. But now I'm a little concerned when we do get to that material, because I made a big deal about Volume 3. And the way that the manga version of the story is not telling Volume 3. It went and wanted to tell its own thing, it wanted to be different, and now it's at Volume 4 out of nowhere, and it's not even the same story at that point, and I don't know why they changed it. And now that leaves the anime with 2 versions once you get to that point, and I am very scared. Because there seems to be no end in sight for the manga version of events, when the light novel has a very clear path forward that if the manga doesn't get back on track with, it's going to end up being a completely separate story. I made this rant already. Why am I saying this again? Because I'm nervous. We're reaching the end of the season. If these last 4 episodes or so end up being Volume 2 and nothing else, I'll be happy. But I don't think so. I think 2 can be condensed either into these 4 episodes or less. Because I'm a little worried about once a certain character gets introduced, who is my second favorite character in this entire franchise. But whatever, we're at this point. Let's just go on with it. Next time you see me, it'll be the post-episode discussion. And cut. Okay, post-episode discussion time. Some time has passed. As you can see, I'm wearing something else. I did my research. I checked the light novel again, and I rediscovered that, oh my goodness, they completely restructured Volume 2 because the manga restructured Volume 2. Oh boy. So everything that was in the preview for the next episode was actually Chapter 1 of Volume 2. So they skipped ahead a chapter, and they cut out Grenadille's interaction with Fleo, and then the slip-up she did, and her going back to Illuminus, and reaffirming her orders, and so basically Gozel wasn't even supposed to know where Fleo was in this episode, because there was supposed to be another incident that happened to lead to this. And, by the way, in the light novel, Gozel never had that conversation with Fleo at the restaurant because he didn't know where Fleo was at that time. Okay? So what is the anime doing? It really is following the manga version. and I am more terrified than ever for the future. My opinion of this anime version keeps going up and down. It keeps cutting out stuff that would be considered funny, stuff that would be considered comedy, stuff that would actually get a few laughs out of people, but no. It would rather be the manga version and be a little faster on the pacing now. Skip over stuff. Like, I can't even talk about what they skipped because it's basically probably going to be next episode. I don't know. I had a feeling I recognized that version of events from one version anyway. Man, the light novels are a completely different story once you read them and realize that the anime has taken a lot of liberties. Oh my goodness. I mean, the basic story is still there, stuff still happens, but a certain interaction is going to happen in the anime version, or something that's going to happen way later isn't going to make any sense. I think I brought this up before. It's like farming life in another world, with how he suddenly got Lou pregnant towards the end of the season, even if they weren't hinting at any sexual relationships at all. But the truth was they cut them out of the anime version. Just the implication. Why do studios think that this is okay? That they can just cut out something that would only take like 5 seconds or 10 seconds. And if the audience is smart enough, they'll understand the meaning of the scene and the implications for later in the series. Because if you don't, it makes the show look dumb for being like, oh, it was off screen. Why? I have nothing else to say for the episode because I said it all in the episode itself. But upon re-looking at the light novel, I found once again why I love the novel and have mixed feelings on the anime. Am I looking forward to how this will end? Maybe we'll get an announcement for next January for season 2. That would be nice. I would love another season of this, but I hope it follows the light novels. Can they listen to their audience about certain events that should be adapted? This is how we end up with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood situations, okay? This is how we end up in these situations. They feel the need to change plot points. And then, by that point, you completely create a new canon, and then nobody likes that version, so then they're like, okay, why not we do what we should have done from the start? If there's any reboot I desperately want is Soul Eater and Akame ga Kill to follow the source material. Desperately. But I have nothing else left to add for the episode. I've already made my thoughts clear in the episode reaction. I was just pointing out that apparently they've already restructured Volume 2, and I am now even more concerned about the future of this story. Well, so thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.